Jet Black Real Life Superior here with today's episode of Jet Update. Let's start today's episode with some shoutouts. Shout out to Trone, shout out to Halloween Man, shout out to Frank Castle, shout out to Dark Ghost, shout out to Eagle Eye, shout out to the HCPD, shout out to Shadow Star, shout out to Phantom Core, shout out to Black Shadow, shout out to the Orion, shout out to Bullet Train, shout out to Lone Wolf, and last but not least, shout out to Superhero. Superhero finished his action figure of me. If you'd like to see the blog post talking about how he made it, I'll post that in the description below. I talked with Trone, Frank Castle, Dark Ghost on tinychat last night. So we had a great tinychat conversation. I really enjoyed that. I filmed the morning training today with Black Shadow. It's pretty much the same as yesterday's, except we trained in our suits. So you actually get to see how we do our training while in suit, because that is how we will be dressed when we are out on patrol. The Orion quit as the official oracle of the Rocket City Crime Fighters, but he found a replacement, so he didn't just leave us without an oracle. So our new oracle is Eagle Eye. So welcome, Eagle Eye. I recruited a crime fighter today by the name of Bullet Train. Bullet Train is going to help patrol Tennessee. He actually lives a little farther away from Rocket City. He patrols Tennessee, like right on the border between Tennessee and Rocket City. There's like a small town where he patrols. He is trained in boxing and in MMA. I recruited Lone Wolf. I think I might have said that earlier, but I didn't give you all the full details on Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf has wrestling and JROTC Raider training. He is investigating teen drug hangouts in Rocket City, and he also uses nunchucks. Welcome, Lone Wolf, to the Rocket City Crime Fighters. I've decided that when I, get a career, that I will become a police officer. I am not going to stop doing crime fighting. That means that by day, I will be a law enforcement officer, and by night, I will be doing the crime fighting that I'm already doing, just older, and hopefully with better gear by then, and more crime fighters. Like, even though we're now like on the 18 or 19 mark when it comes to crime fighters in Rocket City, I hope that we continue to get more and more crime fighters eager to fight the good fight, to the point where Rocket City is mostly crime fighters. I know that sounds like, at that point, why would you need so many? But still, it's great to have so many people willing to fight crime. Okay? Oh yes, and there's also a Ranger Corps. Ranger Corps is Rocket City's junior police, and if you're between the ages of 16 and 20, you can join the Ranger Corps and actually ride with police officers when they go out on call. So I've already left a message with Ranger Corps, and hopefully I'll be able to join Ranger Corps. Yeah. So I'm on my way to trying to become a law enforcement officer. I'm very happy about that I found out what I wanted to do. It's like pressure off your shoulders, I guess. Because for a long time you think you know what you want to do when you get older, but you're not sure. Now I feel confident that I know what I want to do. Okay? Tonight I actually talked on tinychat with Trone, Frank Castle, Dark Ghost, and Halloween Man. So we had a very long chat conversation on tinychat. That's why this Jet Update video is being posted so late. Also, I created a video game version of myself, and that took a very long time because I did it in the old 6-bit style where I made out of blocks, and I'm terrible at drawing, so it took me like 3 hours to draw a picture of myself. But it's interesting. I like it. Again, thank you so much, Superhero, for creating an action figure version of me. I really appreciate it. Now it's time for Special. That's where I tell you something that's not really crime fighter related, I just think it's cool. This special actually is somewhat crime fighter related, so I hope you like it. In Alabama, there's a no mask law, which is why I wear sunglasses. But Dark Ghost has introduced me to stylized sunglasses that actually have like a nose built into them. So it's a mask, but it's sunglasses. So technically it's not illegal. Like, it's sunglasses that are stylized to look like masquerade mask. Also, they have a version that is like a robotic visor kind of mask. So it allows us to have the mask style while still not breaking the Alabama no mask law, and I find that very interesting. You can actually find a wide variety of them on eBay. I'll post a link in the description so that you're able to check that out. Anyways, I know this was a lot of information for you to take in, and guess what? We're going to go back over all of it, but, speed run almost. Shout out to Halloween Man, shout out to Trone, shout out to Frank Castle, shout out to Dark Ghost, shout out to Eagle Eye, shout out to the HCPD, shout out to Shadow Star, shout out to Phantom Core, shout out to Black Shadow, shout out to the Orion, shout out to Bullet Train, shout out to Lone Wolf, and shout out to Superhero. Thank you, Superhero, for finishing my action figure. Again, if you want to check that out, I'll have a link in the description to Superhero's blog. Tells you the entire process of how he made the action figure. It's actually very interesting. I recruited Lone Wolf, who is trained in wrestling and in JROTC Raider training. He is investigating teen drug hangouts in Rocket City, and he uses nunchucks. I talked with Trone, Frank Castle, and Dark Ghost on tinychat last night. I filmed morning training today in suit with Black Shadow. Both Black Shadow and I are in suit. Very cool video. Pop an annotation up there. You can check it out. Also, link in the description. Within the first few days of it being posted, there probably will not be an annotation. You'll find it better in the description. The Orion quit, and I recruited Eagle Eye today to act as our new Oracle. So our old Oracle, Orion, quit, and now Eagle Eye is the new Oracle. I recruited the crime fighter Bullet Train to help patrol Tennessee. He's in a town in between Rocket City and Tennessee, to where he can technically patrol both areas. Like, it's a mid-town on the border. It's very interesting. He trains in boxing and MMA. I have decided that I will become a police officer, but I'm not going to stop crime fighting. That means that I'll be continuing to crime fight as Jet Black. Then I will become a police officer, and while being a police officer, I will also be a crime fighter. Police officer by day, crime fighter by night. And of course, the stylized sunglasses. Why do you have to just pick sunglasses or pick mask when you can have both? Check that link out in the description. And like I said before, tonight I had a great conversation on tinychat with Trone, Frank Castle, Dark Ghost, and Halloween Man. Anyways, thanks again for watching. This is Jet Update, Jet Black Real Life Superhero, logging out.